Hello Newtons. This question is oral question which you can solve if you have actually watched my constant motion theory, and if you have not watched, please go and watch the constant motion theory. So this is a pretty simple question, but I will try to solve it in a very methodical way which I have taught you already. So what we'll do is, in this particular question is, we'll mark the length of all the pulleys in the system. So this is one side of the pulley and this is another side of the pulley, and I will mark the position of the moving blocks. So moving block, I can mark it with respect to this particular position because clearly B is attached to these pulleys, and therefore motion of the center of these pulleys will be same as the motion of the block B. So I will mark the position XB in this particular direction, and I will mark the position of XA in this particular direction, right? So this is the first step. First step is you mark all the pulley, which we have done, center of the pulley, all the moving pulleys we have to mark, or stationary pulleys, and we have to mark the position of the moving blocks. So you have marked that. Now find the relationship, because there is a single string moving from here going till here. There is a single string, you can see, moving across all the pulleys to from B to A. So I can now write down constant. So all the constants, for example, this particular part is a constant, this is a constant, similarly this is a constant, this is a constant. So all these are constant lengths because they are not changing with respect to time. So these are all constant lengths, and constant plus XB, how many times? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time, and 7 time. So 7 times XA plus 7 time XB and 1 time XA will give me the total length of the string. So this total length of the string is I can actually write down in terms of XB and XA. And now from here, differentiating it gives me the result. So 0, because the differentiation of constant is 0, plus 7 times velocity of B plus velocity of A will be equal to 0, because differentiation of again a constant is equal to 0. And from here I will get the relationship between A and B, that velocity of A is equal to minus 7 times velocity of B, and this negative sign indicates that if velocity of A is in this direction, B will be moving upward in this particular direction, and that is how the negative sign is, and the relationship is VA is equal to minus 7 times VB. So this is your answer, which you could have actually found it orally also without any pen or paper. Now the next question is interesting, and I want every one of you to write your answer in the comment box. Next question is interesting. Please pause this video, try this question, and write the answer in the comment box. I want to see all of you who are trying this particular question. So again, we have to find the relationship between A and B, but here in the question I have said we have to find velocity of A with respect to B. So we are setting over here. I have also attached a relative velocity here, and we have to find the velocity of A. First is relationship. So how will we find? So let's say I mark some origin, and I will mark the position of, let me just remove this particular person, and I will mark all moving pulleys from that particular origin, because here both the blocks can move. So therefore I will actually put some origin as the starting point, and I will mark this pulley. This is the pulley, the second pulley, and the third pulley or the fixed point is this. So we'll mark this fixed point as well. So let's say this is, I will say XB. I will mark this position as XB. Let's say I mark this position as XA and this position as X. Let's say we call this as C. I mark this as XC. So now I can actually write the relationship between XB, XA and XC. So clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times xc, 4 times xc minus, now you can see clearly what we have to minus. We have to minus this particular position or this fixed police position. So how many times should we minus this? We will minus it. So 4x, no, 1 second, I have to check. Okay, so what we'll do is we have to take this length, 1 length, 2 length and 3 length, and then this is a separate length, right? So we have to take this length, and that plus constants, this constant, this constant, this constant, this constant and this constant is the not this one, not the last one, but all these constants will make the total length of the string. So let us check. What we have to do is we have to take xa, if I take this position minus this xb, so if I actually subtract this xb, we'll get one length like this. So one singular length multiplied by 1, 2 and 3. So this 3 times plus xc minus plus xc minus xb. Okay, so this will give me plus constants will give me the total length. Okay, total length of this string. Now once we have got this, I think the question becomes easy peasy. So this is the part where we have to find the relationship, and therefore what we'll do is 3xa minus 3xb minus xb plus xc plus constant will be equal to the total length of the string, and therefore this equation will become 3xa minus 4xb plus xc plus constant is equal to the total length of this particular string. So this is what we will get, and clearly the length of this xc is also constant because it is from the origin to this particular point. So we have actually, this is a fixed point, this is a fixed point, and therefore xc is also a constant. So I can say this entire thing is a constant, and therefore differentiation of this will become equal to 0, differentiation of this will become equal to 0, and we'll get 3 times velocity of a will be equal to 4 times velocity of b, and that is what we will get. Okay, so clearly all, if velocity of a is in this particular direction, then velocity of b is also in this particular direction, and we'll get this particular relationship. So clearly what is given in the question, VA is given to you, so we have to find VB. VB is equal to 3 by 4 VA, which is equal to 3 by 4 multiplied by VA is what, 4. So I will cancel it, which is equal to 3 meter per second. But in the question it is given that we have to find VAB. So velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A minus velocity of B. What is velocity of A? Velocity of A is given to you as 4 minus velocity of B is given to you as 3, and therefore it is equal to 1 meter per second. I hope everyone has given this right answer as 1 meter per second, and if you have given it, good thumbs up to all of you, and all those who have tried, a good big round of applause to all of you because you have tried it. So it's a good question, not a very difficult one, but yes, what we have to do is we have to be careful in finding the length of the string. As I started with xc, there was no point of actually starting. We could start with xc, so xc minus xb we have to do. So we just simply most of the time we see that these are the 4 length, 1 length, 2 length, 3 length and 4 length, and we get confused by that. So don't get confused by that. Okay, I hope everyone has got this right answer. Just keep trying, and now we'll move on to, in our next lectures we will move to the 2 string system where there are multiple strings, right? Rather than actually there in all the questions that we have done till now and theory we have done till now, we have singular string, but in the next time we'll move to a string where there can be 2 strings, 3 strings or 4 strings. So we'll do those type of theory and questions as well. See you then. Bye bye. Take care.